Hey guys, today is April 1st. Happy April. And I'm gonna go ahead and do our morning routine via video so you guys can do our morning routine along with me while you're at home. So of course, the first thing we have to do is our class promise. So go ahead and just stand up wherever you are and let's make our class promise to each other digitally. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Let's make sure we're in control of our body, our voice, our imagination, our concentration, and our cooperation. Go ahead and make your class promise to yourself. Awesome job, you guys. So for April, we are going to be celebrating National Poetry Month. And this is such an awesome month because we just finished up studying poetry in school. So for our daily poetry read aloud, which unfortunately no one will be able to pick out because we're not at school right now, so I will be picking out some random poems to read every day. So we're going to be picking them from our beloved book, Where the Sidewalk Ends, by one of my favorite poets, Shel Silverstein, and also this fabulous poetry book by Robert Louis Stevenson, and it is called A Children's Garden of Verses. So the first daily poetry read aloud that I'm going to read, it's actually the first poem from this book. Let's go ahead and read it together. And this poem is called To Any Reader. As from the house your mother sees you playing round the garden trees, so you may see, if you will look through the windows of this book, another child far, far away, and in another garden you play. But do not think you can at all, by knocking on the window call. That child to hear you, he intent, is all on his play business bent. He does not hear, he will not look, nor yet be lured out of this book. For long ago, the truth to say, he has grown up and gone away, and it is but a child of air that lingers in the garden there. Very cool, and we could see that it had those line stanzas, that rhythm, and rhyming, which we all know we see in different poems. So the next thing that we're going to do is our word of the month, and our word of the month is confidence. So I want you to be asking yourself, how do poets show confidence in their writing? Because remember, poetry is different from any other style of writing. There's really no rules to poetry. You can kind of make up your own rules. So how do poets show confidence in their writing? Also, how can you show confidence in your own work, in your schoolwork, in your work at home, maybe in sports, in dance? How can you show confidence in that? And also, how can you encourage others, like your friends or your family members, to be more confident? We're going to be talking about a little bit more about that as the month goes on, but I want you to start thinking about those ideas with our word, confidence. Our quote of the day is a poem of the day, and I actually have it pulled up on my computer screen right behind my camera, so I'm going to read it to you. This is by one of my favorite poets, Robert Frost. And this poem is called The Aim Was Song. And this is on the Poetry Foundation website, which is where I'm going to be pulling our poems from every day. And they are linked in your daily lesson plan. So if you want to pull that out and find the link and read along with me, you're more than welcome to. So let's go ahead and read this. Before man came to blow it right, the wind once blew itself untaught and did its loudest day and night in a rough place where it caught. Man came to tell it what was wrong. It hadn't found the place to blow. It blew too hard. The aim was song. And listen how it ought to go. He took a little in his mouth and held it long enough for north to be converted into south. And then by measure blew it forth. By measure it was word and note. The wind had meant to be a little through the lips and throat. The aim was song. The wind could see. So I want you to think about and maybe discuss with a family member, a brother or sister, your pet cat, your pet dog. What do you think that poem could possibly mean? And what do you think the author Robert Frost is trying to tell us? Our Better Together challenge today is from a huge calendar that has been emailed out to your parents. And this calendar is about mindfulness and kind of coping with what's going on around us in the world right now. So I thought it was perfect to kind of slide into our Better Together challenges. So today's is make a plan to help you keep calm and stay in contact. So whenever I feel overwhelmed, I like to take some deep breaths in and out and kind of meditate. That's what makes me feel better. So why don't we all try that together? Let's take 10 deep breaths in to calm ourselves. Remember, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I already feel so much calmer. I don't know about you. And the second part was to stay in contact. How are you planning on staying in contact with people like your friends, your teachers, your neighbors? Even though we can't go outside and play with each other or see each other at the stores or at school, how can you still stay in contact with people that mean a lot to you? Brainstorm a couple of ideas for that. Our language of the month this month is French. I have read a ton of French poems in my life, and so I thought that this would be a perfect language to do with our National Poetry Month. So we're going to be counting to 10 in French while doing our Get Fit card. And unfortunately, we do not have our Get Fit cards to be selected by our helper of the day because we are all at home, but that's okay. We're still going to do an exercise and we're going to count in French. So I want you to repeat after me while we count in French together doing jumping jacks. All right, stand up, make sure there's plenty of space around you, and let's get started. All right, repeat after me. Get in the frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, hopefully I'll get better at counting in French as the month goes on, and you guys can practice. I'll include a sheet in your lesson plan with the words and the pronunciation because you pronounce it a little bit different than it's spelled, kind of like when we did Swahili. I hope you guys got your morning off to a great start. I love you so much, and let's get ready to have an awesome day. Bye, guys.